Welcome back to Power Cave Training. If you're new here, like you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and share it with people. Today we're going to be talking about another form of bands. We did mini bands in the last video. Today we're going to do the cloth bands, which come in all different strengths. They're all usually anywhere from 14 to 18 inches. And they come in various tensions. So some are tighter than others. This one's a pretty good one, and this one's tight. This one's a little bit more flexible, as is one down here. This is flexible, all very flexible. So I use these kind of as warm-up sometimes, depending on how my legs feel. And then this is another one that's kind of tight, and I'll put that down there too. The tightest one I have is this one, and it's called a Gorilla Band. And it was my favorite. It's my favorite because it's the hardest to use, especially when I do movement standing up, which I'll do in another video. So never be able to find another one. They don't sell them on Amazon. I can't find the company anywhere, but this was this is really super tight. I like it a lot. So I'm going to start with showing just a warm up for the legs. So this is what I usually put over here, and feet in there. And again, I'm on a pretty unstable surface today, so I'm going to be a little more careful if I can put them on. So just going to drive it out. This video is really going to cover hips, knees, and ankles. The whole body is so entwined with the other parts of the body. If anything lacks, you could have pain. You could have a bad ankle and have pain all the way up into your hips. You could have a bad hip and a shoot down into your knee. So it's important to work everything, and a lot of people neglect it. They don't like to do the tedious things, which are a little bit harder to get through or boring. I have had so many injuries that all this stuff is rehab stuff for me, so it's very important. So now I'm going to slide it down below my knees. Just every time you change a position, up, down, higher, lower, you change the angle, it works the hip, especially the hips in a different way. And you go see the IT band worked along with that. So we'll do another 10 here with this. Now I usually do 2 or 3 sets with this. So I'm gonna move over now. I'm gonna do some laying stuff this is basically gonna be hip stuff. So we're gonna move over to the mat and put on a band here. So I don't know how good you'll be able to see all this, but we'll do our best here. So we're going with a little bit looser band here. So again, I can do different ways here, but what we're going to do is so now I'm going to do laying down. I'm going to spread them out. Then I'm going to go to my side, and this time I'm going to keep one leg bent, one leg straight. The bottom leg will be straight. I'm going to try to come up and back with my upper leg. Sometimes what they feel and what you feel isn't exactly what people are going to see, but that's the goal, to try to get it up there. And this is all through here. And from the back, it would look like this. to pulling the knee up to the chest. Same thing. I'm going to go back to the side, and now we're going to keep both legs bent and do that same move. So you're keeping that bottom leg straight or bent changes the tension you get in your hips. So this time we're both going to stay bent. So try to do the same thing, always as high as we can go. The reverse shot of that would be and our next one's going to be lower the hands a little bit. Go on to the side again. And I could do this all the way down to my ankles, but it would be a certain part. The lower you go, the harder it is. For most people, to get down to the ankles, it's a lot more challenging, and I usually use the little small mini bands when I do the same kind of moves with my ankles. So the next one's going to be just an open crab. So this time we're not going to lift the whole leg up. We're going to let the heels stay together, and so it looks like this. And then we're going to do bridges. It's going to be a snap up, control down, and so we don't want to just be banging back down to the mat. So I'll spread the legs out a little bit. I see I'm going that way. I go over here this way if I can. And so always flexing the butt at the top. One of the keys to this is not to get the legs pulled in too much. So it's okay to start with them in close, that's fine. But if you're going to start with them wide, try to stay with them wide. Don't let your knees get yanked in towards each other. So the next one I'm going to do is going to be without the band. And these are going to be a single leg bridge. And they look like this. So all these work everything a little bit different. I haven't had major hip problems. They do get a little bit sore. My knees have been my big one. I've hurt my knees. They originally hurt my right one riding a bike. And now I'm trying to rehab it by riding a bike, so I don't have pain anymore. So now I get more of a range of motion get more synovial fluid in the joint, so lubricates it better. So I try to force myself to do that every day. The next one I'm going to show you, and we have to adjust the camera for this one. It's going to be so I'm going to adjust the camera up a little bit for this. So what we're going to do here is raise up just a little bit more yet. So what we're going to do here is just some moves, get out of the way. So first one we're going to do is bicycles. So I usually do sets of 20 of these. I'm going to do 10 today. I actually hit the cement to get more torque, which helps you in running, especially real 40-yard sprints and things like that. Gives you more power out of the chute. So yesterday I did heavy squats, and so usually the day after that my knees really don't like to work very well for a while until I get going in during the day. So what I do now is I do this stuff the next day to loosen it up, then usually the pain's gone, right, and I'm good for the rest of the day. So the next one's going to be a reverse one. So instead of going forward this way, we're going to go reverse, a reverse bicycle. Always try to get some height to these things. Don't make them little short things. Try to make them high. Good. And move this guy out of the way. So the next one's going to be just a straight kick. You can do this outside too. We do these carrying kettlebells, which is a lot more intense, a lot more cardio. Then we're going to do back. Then we're going to do side to side. Other way. Then we're going to do just knee ups. So they're going to be like this. Like I said, when you get up to 20 or 30, a couple sets, really gets that blood flowing. And then we're going to do just a hip out and back. On the other side here, just hold it up here. So that's kind of my short band workout, rotational stuff. You can do that standing. I usually use ankle weights when I do these. Anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds on each leg. and that gives you a little bit more of a challenge. And the idea is to keep that good form. If you start feeling pain, make sure that you take care of that. Make sure it's okay with your doctor before you start doing all this stuff, because there's a bit of cardio to it. And just make sure that you're physically able to do this stuff. I appreciate when you leave comments, so if you leave them, I'll try to reply to them. If you need an answer to something, this is stuff that is mobility you need to work day to day, to be able to function day to day. And if you don't, your body will physically tighten up. And there are points of no return. I have some people I know that I've worked with off and on, and they've kind of let themselves go. They don't really do this stuff when they're not with me. And it gets to a point where in your 70s, there's things that become unfixable. Especially posture issues become a lot more difficult to fix. So better to hit them while you're able to. I hope you liked it. And we'll see you next time on Power Cave Training. Thanks.